That's impressive.
Melissa told you without Devin Singletary, Tyrone Tracy, rookie out of Purdue, is the back. And the throw to the flat for Wandale Robinson is incomplete. Throw by Daniel Jones, who had those good numbers. Really best game of the season Sunday in Seattle. It included 11 runs. Remember, he's coming off an ACL injury that cost him the back half of last year. Number 6 overall pick of the 2019 draft.
And Mike, he's been running like a fullback. It's almost startling to see a guy coming off an ACL running as hard as he's been running.
2nd and 10. Move out, nothing open, takes it, and it'll be 3rd and 10 right away. So Brian Daboll calls the plays for the Giants. Lou Anarumo on the other side, the defensive coordinator for the Bengals. Just happy to have enough bodies tonight, but also big homecoming for Lou. He's from Staten Island, has a small percentage of the building here tonight. Over 100 folks are here to see Lou come home.
He is excited to be back in the stadium. He sat in the upper decks and blows his tail off many a Sunday. Bengals up bluffing like they're going to bring a blitz. Let's see if they do. No.
They rush forward. Jones gets it out short of the first down, and the tackle is made by Cameron Taylor-Britt. Jalen Hyatt gets it for the Giants for the first time this year, but the Giants short of the first down. They'll punch it away.
So Lou Anarumo a week ago showed a lot of that look and blitzed off of it. So far tonight, he's dropping back into a zone off of it, just trying to change it up a bit.
Worked out on Friday, signed on Saturday. Matt Hawk is the Giants punter here tonight. 7th year in the league. This is 100th NFL game. Charlie Jones back to receive. Drops the nose down. Line drive that Jones is going to return from the 6. Trying to pick up some blocks. There's nothing there. They got 10 out of it to the 16-yard line. Of course, it's a kick, so we have a flag. It seems that way. Carl Cheffers is our referee here tonight.
Number 45 of the receiving team. 10-yard penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. First down, timeout.
So long field coming for the Bengals. Past 5 minutes through the first. Taking across the Brooklyn Bridge on this Sunday night.
The weekend. And weekend mud. Work for days. And getting home. And your little brother. And why he drives you crazy.
Just park it over.
Nope. I think I'm good there. Okay. Keep it close.
You hit my truck.
Really?
And one tight spot. And a strength. And smarts.
I knew it.
And the Silverado family of trucks. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
USAA member Sam Elliott, I'm Gronk, your new roommate.
Roommate?
I can't join USAA, but I could live in your house and ride in your truck. Both USAA insured.
USAA. Auto, home, life, and bank.
There's nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Applebee's wickedly delicious dollar zombie has risen. Looking for a thirst to quench? Take a sip if you dare.
Wakey, wakey, it's Sunday morning football. Watch live as Trevor Lawrence and the Jags face Caleb Williams and the Bears. Jaguars, Bears, next Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
They took a patient out of the hospital on a motorcycle.
I like to know what my patients are experiencing.
Did you just take a patient's drugs?
Tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
Tonight's 4K Skycam coverage is brought to you by Walmart Plus. Well, let's start.
Mike, we saw Giant safety Jason Pinnock get injured on the Bengals touchdown run, came to the sideline. Athletic training staff did a quick evaluation of his left knee, was in a ton of pain, limped into the x-ray room. We'll get you an update as soon as we have one.
All right, so Pinnock is out. Dane Belton joins Tyler Nubin as the safeties for the Giants. Penalty pushes Cincy back to the 3 to start the drive. And nothing happening for Zach Moss. Burns and Banks over there to stop him. No gain.
Yeah, and just to clean it up just a little bit, Jason Pinnock is a guy that has played all but 2 snaps this year at safety. Dane Belton will come in and replace him. But now you just have to pay attention to the communication on the Giants' back end of that defense, because they're going to have to adjust after what Joe Burrow did in that first drive.
They gave him a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Burrow, tight space to Chase. A lot of blue shirts around. Michael McFadden was the first one there. Mark Chase out of the 11-yard line, too short of the first down for the 4th-year man out of LSU. So good as it gets in terms of receivers in this game, especially after he catches the ball.
I tell you, some of the plays that he made a week ago were just spectacular. I mean, there looked like there was no way on a little wide receiver screen he was going to do anything. Went through 4 guys for 70 yards and a touchdown, and Joe Burrow said, "Wasn't I great?" Just good.
Third and long yard. Giants went for him. Burrow gets hit. Stays on his feet. Throws from the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Azeez Ojulari got in there.
Quarterback is out of the pocket. The ball went beyond the line of scrimmage. There's no intentional grounding. 4th down.
Which would have been a safety and occurred in the end zone, but what could have been a disaster, the Bengals avoid.
Unbelievable. Azeez Ojulari over here, he is afraid to take Joe Burrow down for getting a penalty. So what does he do? He lets him go and escape out to be able to throw that ball away.
Ryan Rico, the rookie punter out of BYU, set to kick, but we have whistles.
First charge timeout, Giants. A 30-second timeout.
So the Giants stopping it here. Don't know if they had a personnel issue or not. Let's go back and look at that one more time.
I mean, there's no question in my mind that the reason that he pulls off of this tackle is he doesn't want to draw a flag right there. He's like, okay, they're going to, no, oh. And then Burrow has the presence of mind when he sort of spun around. I don't think he knew exactly which way he was facing or what was happening, but he still had the ball. He's outside the pocket and had the presence to get rid of it. That is a spectacular play by Burrow, and unfortunate, really, because Ojulari had a real chance to strip that ball out of there.
Here's Smith-Barset waits for the Giants. This rookie punter, Rico, has a huge leg. That one is 54. Smith-Barset is tackled right away at the 34-yard line. It has been a good coverage season for Tyson Anderson as one of the gunners for Cincinnati. Let's get the ball back when we come back.
All right, we got your home and auto bundled, and you saved hundreds.
Oh, that's nice with the economy and all.
Ooh.
What's the economy?
That's where we start.
What isn't the economy?
Yes.
Right?
It is, it's so many things.
Right.
Look, all you really need to know is that Progressive can save you money without sacrificing quality coverage. You follow?
I'll just look it up.
That went well.
I didn't have to spend my life trying to find my calling. Mine found me at an early age. It was just a matter of how good I could get and how far I would go.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Right now during Ram Power Days, get $4,000 cash allowance on the purchase of most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks. Don't miss Ram Power Days. Hurry in today.
ESPN Bet now has profit boosts. So if I parlay this money line with these points and total yards, that is boosted.
Do you want me to boost your latte?
Boost it, baby. Get up to $1,000 in bonus bets with a first bet reset on ESPN Bet.
You guys are making this work.
With Bud Light, it's easy to watch NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV.
Yes. Right? It's not for everybody, right? Marriage is not for everybody, but...
Visit BudLight.com for a chance to win.
So, right, everybody, cheers.
I can't believe Daddy never told me I have a half-sister. He always said family is the most important thing.
Maybe that's why he started 2 of them.
Bar? No, I have a bar.
Oh, boy.
Drinks are in the house. No, they're not.
Always wanted a big sister, even if she is old enough to be my mom.
This is Tennessee. I'm old enough to be your great-grandma.
Happy Spugs. Friday on NBC and Peacock.
Such a difficult couple of weeks. So many families affected by Hurricanes Milton and Helene. They urgently need your support. Help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to these families. You can donate today to Hurricane Milton and Helene relief efforts. redcross.org/NFL. I think there's so many folks damaging those storms were. So many lives. Giants take over their own 33. Tyrone Tracy's got it. Running back is going to go for a yard. That's about it. As B.J. Hill inside, back in the lineup, makes the tackle there. Tracy, 5th-round pick out of Purdue. And when Devin Singletary-Chris was out last week against Seattle, Tracy not only stepped in, he stepped up.
The amazing thing is that he was a receiver until his last year in college, goes to running back, comes out here in his first real opportunity, runs for almost 130 yards. As a professional, I mean, it's a bizarre story, but he looked great last week.
Dale Robinson, the intended receiver. Jones couldn't get it out to him cleanly. It'll be 3rd down after that deflection. Here's the Cincinnati defense.
Sam Hubbard, The Ohio State University. Sheldon Rankins, Louisville.
BJ Hill, NC State.
Trey Hendrickson, Florida Atlantic University.
Logan Wilson, Wyoming.
GP Money, High Point, North Carolina.
Cam Taylor-Britt, Nebraska.
Mike Hilton, Ole Miss.
Geno Stone, Iowa.
Vaughn Bell, The Ohio State University. DJ Turner II, Michigan.
Carolina giving up 4 points per game. Ready for the Giants. Bengals bring 5. Jones gets away from one hit in a whole bunch of trouble, and finally the Bengals get to him. But then in the first, Jermaine Pratt ultimately gets the sack. However, there's a flag down in the secondary on the opposite side of the field.
Holding, number 20, defense. 5 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic. First down.
That is DJ Turner, who stepped into the starting role with Dax Hill injured and out for the season.
Well, and you have to give Daniel Jones a little credit for this because he kept the play alive so long that the receivers were able to double back and drew that holding call. So even though he ended up taking a sack on the play, the amount of time that he bought really is what created that penalty.
Second first down for the Giants. It's been 5 passing, 1 run so far. Little pop pass to Wan'Dale Robinson. They love to use him. Speedy ways, target him a lot. Nice gain for Robinson out to the 46.
Wan'Dale Robinson is really Mr. Conversion, isn't he? 16 catches on 3rd down. He's had 10 forced missed tackles. That is the most in the NFL for a wide receiver. So he is going to be the guy that's going to catch the ball short of the sticks, try to create, get the first down. If you're thinking more down the field, that'll be Darius Slayton, number 86.
And without Malik Neighbors, Jalen Hyatt gets a little bit more run. Had the catch on the first drive. Both Eric Gray and Tyrone Tracy together in the backfield. And this is Tracy. Well, only a yard. It'll be 3rd and 2. Sam Hubbard, who got the deflection on the last second down, got the trip there.
Yeah, Sam Hubbard with a big play right there is going to duck underneath the pullers that are coming through and also get a piece of the back as he went through. So 2 pullers, and yet Hubbard able to go underneath and make that play. Big time.
Third and 2, Bengals just bring 4 inside throw is complete for the first down of Slayton. using that 6'1", 200-pound frame. Slayton, who's the Bengals side, the 43.
Just a simple little sticks route and nobody really on him. There's enough room here on either side. And so for Daniel Jones, thank you.
Take that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Play action, first half of Jones setting up the screen. And there goes Tracy. Used to be a receiver, like Chris said. And it looks like it after the catch. Cam Taylor-Britt brings him down around the 30. First down to pick up 14.
Well, and get used to seeing explosive plays out of this guy. He averaged 7.2 yards per carry, which is astronomical in the National Football League. Love to get him the ball in a little bit of space, but it's such an interesting story, isn't it? To see somebody who just in 1 year converts to running back. The next year, here he is with the Giants on national television doing it again.
Inside the 30, Jones underneath, complete. Robinson slung down at the 14-yard line, and Daniel Jones has found a rhythm like he did on the opening 2 drives in Seattle a week ago.
Yeah, and this is where Robinson is just so tough because you end up with him coming out of the backfield here, and there's just nobody in there that can even possibly cover him from the linebacker position. So that is a total choice route. He could break in, he could break out, he could go up the seam, he can do whatever he wants, but he has a way of getting open inside like that.
Back to the air again. Jones in trouble. His arm hit as he threw. It's intercepted by Brown. Remains track on the move with some blocking. And runs into the traffic at the 26-yard line. B.J. Hill was inside, putting the heat on the quarterback. And the ex-Giant may have forced the Giants' turnover.
Huge mistake by Daniel Jones that time. Had Tracy wide open in the flat. That's his first read, and he came off of it too soon.
Hill the pressure, crack the pick, and the Bengals take over at the 27-yard line, leading 7-0.
I was born with a fire inside, but psoriasis doused my flame until I got clearer skin. With Bimzelx, you could say I'm back. Most people got 100% clear skin, some after the first dose.
Serious side effects, including suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections, and lowered ability to fight them. Liver problems and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to.
Start to get yourself back with Bimzelx.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx today.
Milo's Rewards Week is here. Lowe's knows when you get a big deal, you feel like a big deal. Members save on hundreds of deals, in-store and online. It's kind of a big deal. Join for free and save through October 16th.
Look, I got the new iPhone 16 Pro at Verizon. Apple Intelligence is pretty awesome. Nice. You can get it when you trade in any phone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're seeing this right.
Switch to Verizon to get the new iPhone 16 Pro and get a new iPad and Apple One all on us. That's over $1,600 in value. Only on Verizon.
Behold, Jimmy John's new smoked cheddar bourbon club. Taste. With premium roasted meats and smooth bourbon sauce. It's almost as classy as knowing a British person or eating a bourbon club off fine china. For a limited time at Jimmy John's.
Emily's thing.
Just found video of the last person seen with the victim.
My brother.
I'm not ratting out a friend of mine. I'm not a snitch.
Even if the consequence of that silence is to let a killer walk free,
Armed robbery and sexual assault.
Who's going to stop him?
Sergeant, want to get these guys. Divide and conquer?
Law and Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Some gold medalists, some Olympians who play their professional soccer for Gotham FC here in the tri-state area. Rose Lavelle, Lynn Williams, Tierna Davidson, Jenna Neiswanger. All welcomed here at MetLife Stadium during this first quarter. Let's see that gold around the neck.
They're so good.
They're so terrific. performance by the U.S. Women's national team. First down, catch and run is another first down. Chase Brown brings it right out to the sticks at the 37-yard line.
And how about what Chase Brown has been doing here lately? Zach Moss really had become sort of the go-to back and bring him over in free agency, and yet Chase Brown averaging 5.5 yards per carry, doing a nice job in the passing game as well. We haven't seen him pass protect very much. That is more fallen to Zach Moss.
It's replacing Joe Mixon now with the Texans. Inside run here with Brown, the second-year man out of Illinois. Melissa took it to the 45.
Yeah, he took an unlikely path to the NFL, along with his twin brother, Sidney, who plays safety for the Eagles. The brothers, they grew up in Canada as American football fans. And in high school, they left home, moved to Florida, living with a host family to pursue their dream of playing in the NFL. He said it has been incredible to do that with his best friend. They don't go a day without talking to each other. And how about this? In 2 weeks, they play against each other.
Yeah, week 8, Cincinnati and Philly at Paycor. The Twins will share a field. They've shared so much along the way. Burrow, the throw's deflected, trying to get it to Eric Hall. He's good rookie tight end out of Iowa, but Boogie Basham was going to see some more snaps, Chris, because of that Thibodeau injury, some different edge players in there. Basham got his hand on that one.
Yeah, and Basham isn't the pure pass rusher. He's a huge guy. Remember, we saw him practice yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's Boogie Basham. I didn't know that. But he gets his hands up here to make a play and set up another big third down for the Bengals.
Mentioned Zach Moss. In those passing situations, he's the running back. It's bringing 4. Burrow throwing. And it's caught by Higgins for the first down. Deontay Banks there to tackle T right at the midfield stripe since he keeps the drive alive.
I tell you, I would throw it to that guy, too. When you have to have a catch, T. Higgins' hands are like vice grips. Now, that one kind of got away from him for a second and able to reel it back in, but he generally catches passes like great rebounders rebound.
Bengals go quick. Pitch it. It's Brown, just a yard of Karake. Over there and tackle. Fans are seeing that on the big board, and there's a little rumbling in the house, but it looked like it ended up being enough possession for a clean catch by Higgins.
Yeah, for sure. And then for the Giants, Bobby Okereke really is that go-to guy, right? He's the one that orchestrates everything on the defense. He can run, he can cover. He's a tremendous blitzer as well. There's the green dot, so you know he's the signal caller. Basically doesn't come off the field.
Here's the one listening to Shane Bowen, the first-year Giants defensive coordinator. On the ground, Zach Moss, the former Colt, met by Okereke and Drew Phillips. Take it down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up against this defense. Last 3 years, Shane has been in Tennessee. It means he's seen a bunch of the Bengals. 5 straight seasons he's matched wits with the Cincinnati offensive personnel.
Yeah, he was happy to come to New York. Really excited about it. His wife had never been north of the Mason-Dixon line, and so they went a little bit south in Jersey. That was their plan.
South Jersey is not south of the Mason-Dixon line. Both great places, though. Burns. He's got Moss. Brian Burns with a couple of highlight plays in this opening quarter.
Now, this is what you expect out of Brian Burns. He gets a big contract. Gesicki is supposed to be able to cut him off, but Burns wasn't even thinking about it. He was just going to shoot down the line, and then Moss with a little bobble probably cost him as well. Big start, though, so far for Brian Burns.
Tumbling down to the end of the quarter. We'll see if Ryan Rico waits for the second quarter to kick this away, and he will. So Cincinnati gets the only score on Joe Burrow's career-long 47-yard run. After one, it's Bengals 7, Giants nothing. Sunday Night Football continues from the New York metro area after these messages.
I'm your football-obsessed best man, and I think you having your big day during the big game is the worst. What, are you kidding me?
Physically, I'm right here, but mentally, I'm here. Yeah, I do. Come on, speed it up. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. Touchdown, yeah. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
You've got a Pepto predicament, Ace. You overdid it on the loaded fries, and now your gut is in the gutter. Undo it with Pepto Fast Melts, so you can keep on rolling. When you overdo it, undo it with Pepto-Bismol.
He murdered a father of 3, sentenced to life in prison. Kamala Harris pushed to use tax dollars to pay for his sex change.
I made sure that they changed the policy so that every transgender inmate would have access.
It sounds insane because it is insane. Kamala was the first to help pay for a prisoner's sex change.
The power that I had, I used it in a way that was about pushing for the movement, frankly, and the agenda.
Kamala's agenda is they, them, not you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart plus free delivery on game day essentials, which saves you time so you can perfect your 7-layer dip. It also saves you money if you want to add an 8th layer. Because just like your team, you take risks. Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger, piled up high with nearly half a pound of beef. Or you could settle for just some other burger at a drive-thru. Anyway, gonna need some room, because the 3 for Me still fills up the table with the bottomless drink, all the famous Chili's chips and salsa you can eat, and it's still the best deal around at just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Tonight's SNF sites are provided by Nationwide. How cool is this? New York Public Library, the Rose Main Reading Room. Want to read a good book? There are millions in this collection. 92 New York Public Library locations in the Bronx, Manhattan, and Staten Island. What a great place. It's a spectacular building in the city.
How did they get that shot?
Our thanks to the New York Public Library folks. Pretty sweet. Take a drone all the way around. Not bad. Rico with an end-over-end kick that Smith Marsette's going to collect. And Daniel Jones takes over at the 14. So Daniel Jones got his contract a couple of years ago, about $1.6 billion, or $160 million for 4 years. Got that nickname Danny Dimes for his accuracy, his throwing early on. But the 23 season coming off the playoffs, a couple of injuries. The neck, and then the torn ACL, and he was out for the rest of the season. So not much since the contract was signed, and 3-8, 2 of those wins coming here this year. But Chris, as we were at the Giants facility and talking to everybody on Friday, they feel good about what they've seen from Jones the last couple of games.
Yeah, he certainly played really well in Seattle, and they just need to get a little more consistency. Of course, 2 of their better players not playing tonight, the running back and receiver.
He's going to keep it and run it and say, Joe Burrow, you're not the only QB. I'm the guy who does the running most of the time. First down as Von Bell brings him down.
I mean, I almost can't believe this. Think of all the rehab that you have to go through in order to get over an ACL injury. And yet he has been running like there's no tomorrow this entire season. I mean, you have to admire the courage of the guy, and some of the plays that he's made have really made a difference in this offense.
That run of 13, his longest run of the season. 27, protected for the moment, and that moment is gone. Trey Hendrickson comes in, takes down Jones for the big sack back to the 18-yard line.
Best against best right there. You've got Trey Hendrickson going against Andrew Thomas on the outside, and for Hendrickson, sack number 4 on the year. He has just been phenomenal since coming over from the Saints for the Cincinnati Bengals. 17 and a half sacks a season ago, second only to T.J. Watt.
Of course, it's second and long, and it's got Jones on the ground, putting his shoulder into Jermaine Pratt. At 6'5", 230, Jones gets back a bunch of the sack yardage. It sets up 3rd and about 9.
All right, so we know Brian Dable has a little history with Josh Allen, right?
Was the offensive coordinator in Buffalo.
So Daniel Jones, about the same size. Close.
6'5", yeah.
Close. And he's starting to run like it. I just wonder if Dable said, you know, there's a guy in Buffalo who's playing pretty well doing that stuff.
Hey, look. Third and 8. 4 cut. Jones throws. Incomplete for Wandale Robinson. Almost had him crossing the field. He got rid of it just in time. And boy, B.J. Hill back in the lineup. He's been a big impact in these first 3 series on defense.
He sure has, and that was forced too quickly by Daniel Jones. And don't forget, it was B.J. Hill who also had the pressure that led to the interception. This was about to break open, and yet just did not have enough time to get that where he wanted it.
Newly signed punter Matt Hawk kicks to Charlie Jones. That one much better, 55 yards. Jones from the 16. Using the sideline and can cut back to some open space. So an important tackle by Casey Kreider at the 30-yard line. Start spreading the news. Share it to the board. Right around here in New Jersey. No bogus dog. Francis Albert Sinatra.
Did you just pay with PayPal?
Yeah, and the cashback's wild.
Are you guys feeling this? I want to pay with you everywhere. Keeps my info safe, even at the shady lemonade stand.
What are you calling shady, mister?
Oh, like this is fresh squeeze. Give me a break, Logan. I want to pay with you everywhere. Let's go. Oh, someone likes the show. Every payment, everywhere, every time. Pay with you everywhere. Don't just pay, PayPal.
Meteorologists described the blizzard as a doozy, but to these intrepid few pals, it was a ticket to Jumbotron City. Didn't cost much, just the shirts off their backs. The legend starts when you follow the captain.
Donald Trump handpicked his White House team. Now the people who knew him best say he's too unstable to lead. Here's his national security advisor.
Donald Trump will cause a lot of damage.
And his defense secretary.
Do you think Trump can be trusted with the nation's secrets ever again?
No. I mean, it's just irresponsible action that places our service members at risk, places our nation's security at risk.
Take it from the people who knew him best. Donald Trump is too big a risk for America.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
And now your action weather broadcast. We've got shifting weather conditions on the horizon. Expect high winds, scattered thunderstorms, cold front, and dense fog. It's a wild one out there.
Toyota trucks. Let's go places.
Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Toyota, the official automotive partner of the NFL. Let's go places. By Chipotle, real ingredients, real flavor. Chipotle, for real. And by PayPal, pay safe everywhere with PayPal. That's Katz's Deli, Lower East Side. It's been open since 1888. Chris, they tell us 30,000 pounds of pastrami served there each week.
Really?
Yeah, I guess.
I think our crew rate half.
Time here for Burrow. Nothing open. Taste by Ojolari, and he gets rid of it with nobody in the area.
Oh.
And the conversation here, the officials communicate, do we have everything and enough for grounding? And the flag comes down. Official downfield, the two in the back, the umpire and Carl Sheffer for the referee, just communicate and make sure they've got everything they need for grounding, and then drop the flag and take it back to the 16-yard line. Be a loss of 14.
He did a lot of scrambling and just all in the tackle box.
Intentional grounding. Number 9, offense. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. Second down.
You're going to see a lot of scrambling here going around both sides, but he lands back sort of right where he started. Nobody there, nobody there. Let's go out this way, back around the other way, and then Denzel Marius Mims, over there going, don't throw it to me.
And the ball ended up 3 yards short of the line of scrimmage, so A screen set up here from Moss. Gets away from one tackle. Deontay Banks hits him. It's a gain of only 3 yards. Will be 3rd and long coming up for the Bengals.
I mean, this game has been a little strange, hasn't it? I mean, we've seen big runs by the quarterbacks. We haven't seen those big passes. We've seen 2 defenses that have stepped up and made plays. And we've seen the Bengals in 3rd and a long way a lot so far in this.
Need to get to the 40 here. Lions backed off in coverage. Burrow just go underneath and see what this guy can do. He can usually do a lot. Jamar Chase is helping check there to the 29, and that's it. And there's a quick 3 and out for Burrow and the Bengal offense.
Strange game, so
it is. These teams only see each other every 4 years, so why not? Ryan Rico, got a lot of room to show off that big leg, and he does. 56 yards. That time Smith Marset once again trapped by Tyson Anderson, and Smith Marset may be a bit shaken up after Smith Marset went down. Well, talking about Joe Burrow and his hair, right? It's been the story that cut above has been the offense. They've been terrific in almost every stat you look at. But on the other side of the shop, defense can use a little styling here. 2nd to last in points allowed per game, bottom quarter of the league, and those those close games, Chris. You know, teams at the end of the year go back to, we're about 4 plays away from being a good team. Oh, that's cool. These guys really are right now at 1 and 4. Close against Kansas City, the pass interference on 4th and 16. Close against Baltimore last Sunday, but
no doubt.
Bill Parcells did a lot of great coaching, and you are what your record said. Right?
Absolutely. And they have had 5 defensive linemen miss at least 2 games this year, and their defensive secondary, a little bit of a mess, but visiting with Lou Anarumo this week, he was not a happy guy. He understands what it takes to put a championship defense together. And right now, they have just not found the formula. And, Mike, until they start getting pressure on the quarterback, I think it's going to be tough.
Because the offense is doing enough. They're scoring 30-plus in the last 3 games. And this is a playoff caliber team with an offense clicking like that.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Things have been good so far defensively. Gray on the carry. 3rd and about 4 coming up, Melissa.
Mike, the Bengals defense emphasized finishing games this week. Logan Wilson told me he feels like the defense let the offense down last week against the Ravens, saying when your offense scores 38 points, that should be enough to win the game. And when the offense is playing at such a high level, the defense has to match it. The fact they didn't, it's something the defense owns, he said. And he said, we just need to minimize self-inflicted mistakes, clean up the little things, and the rest will take care of itself.
Pretty good here to begin. See if the Giants can sustain some offense. It is 3rd and 3. 3-man rush against Jones this time. He's going to take off. Get there for the first down. Took a big shot at the end of it as well. DJ Turner was hanging on to him. But the mark is good. It's a first down for Jones using his legs.
Battle to watch all night is going to be Andrew Thomas going up against Trey Hendrickson on the outside. 2 very good players, but just a 3-man rush allows the double team to come over and help. But we have seen this Giants offensive line playing much better, and I think just the experience out there, boy, I tell you, he takes some hits.
I know.
Over on the right side, those 2 new guys from the Raiders, Brett Roten and Illuminor, have both contributed big time.
Jones will throw underneath. The catch is made to the 39-yard line. And the first down picked up by Tyrone Tracy. So the Giants get back-to-back snaps with first downs. That O-line, Chris, needed fixing, and it was wholesale. Carmen Brasillo from the Raiders comes over, takes over. James Ferentz, who played in the league for 8 years, is the assistant offensive line coach. The 2 additions plus John Runyon on the left side, left guard, really has put some pieces together with Andrew Thomas, who we talked about earlier, and the second-year center, John Michael Schmitz. They protect Jones, takes a shot downfield, for Slayton. Get away from Turner. Second-year man out of Michigan was step for step with Slayton.
It's a good recovery, and one thing DJ Turner can do is run. He was a 4.26 guy coming out, and you could see Brian Daboll going, oh, man, I thought I had this one here. Little double move, turns around Turner, but able to recover with his great speed.
Jordan battled back there at the safety position for the Bengals. After the first down shot, 2nd and 10 with a flat down. And underneath, he's throwing to Daniel Bellinger, the tight end. It's his 3rd reception of the year if it holds up. Let's check out the penalty flag.
Illegal shift. 2 offensive players were in motion prior to the snap and did not reset. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
And that is the first one on the Giants here tonight.
I tell you, Mike, this has really been a completely different approach defensively for the Bengals out here tonight. We know Lou Anarumo for a lot of his blitz packages and really bringing pressure, 0 blitzes, taking chances, but not tonight. He's just keeping everything in front of him right now. Still some man coverage on the outside, but a lot of 2 deep safeties to protect. And there's Mike Hilton now. Nope, no blitz again.
Crazy runs, and it is Hilton, the nickelback, who was looking like he was going to blitz. Back to cover, jumps in and makes the tackle. Former Steeler, good slot corner in this league for some time.
Yeah, we remember Mike Hilton a lot with Pittsburgh because he would blitz all the time off the edge and be able to get pressure. Here he fakes the blitz, backs out, and then still comes back to make the play on the run. They really missed him, I thought, a week ago.
Hilton missed the Baltimore game with a knee injury. 3rd and 15 for the Giants. Bengals going to bring 3 again. Jones looking downfield for something to get open. It doesn't. So he runs. Going to get 10 or 11 of the 15. But had to get to midfield. And the Bengals back off, bring 3. And the Giants are forced to kick it away again.
So we're talking about a little bit more conservative approach. Look at this. They probably have 6 guys back here along that 1st down marker, and they're just going to sit there. So for Daniel Jones, like, what do? You run around, you try and hope something breaks out, but you don't want to turn it over there either.
See if Matt Hogg pinned the Bengals in deep. Last kick when he dropped the nose down wasn't a good one. This better hang time. And fair caught by Charlie Jones at the 11. 6:19 left. Cincinnati 7-0. Time to train to Grand Central tomorrow. If you're in New York and heading to work, stay up.
Turkey?
Every fan, every team, every season. Toyota, let's go places.
What you got to say?
New Balance. We got now.
My favorites for just $7 each? That's crazy. Or am I crazy?
Seeing sevens? It's a sign to order from Pizza Hut's $7 deal lovers menu.
Emily's thing.
Just found video of the last person seen with the victim. My brother.
I'm not ratting out a friend of mine. I'm not a snitch. Even if the consequence of that silence is to let a killer walk free.
Armed robbery and sexual assault. Who's gonna stop him? Sergeant. I want to get these guys. Divide and conquer?
Law and Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there.
And we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Out on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
I call a timeout.
On hate.
Together.
Together.
Times Square, busy. Busy on Saturdays, of course. Big Ten Saturday has Iowa. They looked really good last week. And the Hawkeyes will take on the Spartans. Iowa, Michigan State Saturday on NBC and Peacock.
How about that one
What
last
a
night?
game, right? Out at Oregon.
My gosh.
Man, terrific performance down to the end.
Great job of covering that one. It's really fun to watch.
Illegal, Blackledge. Ducks and Bucks, and Oregon beat Ohio State in a thriller, number 2 against number 3. Inside run here by Chase Brown. What time is it? It's 9:20 Eastern time. You're awake. Joe Burrow would not be awake at this moment. Joe Burrow goes to sleep right around this time. This is his bedtime. The moon comes out, 9 o'clock, and Joe Burrow shuts it down for the night and gets his good sleep. It's all part of his routine and plan to make sure he's physically ready for these games.
Yeah, and he's told us in the past he can do that during football season. He could not do that year-round. He has things he actually does like to do.
Some of his, quote, superpowers, unquote. Almost hit there, throws complete to Higgins, who turns and goes. And T. Higgins takes it to the 39-yard line. So good after the catch, this group. Higgins doing it there, and a gain of 23 for the Bengals.
So Higgins on the franchise tag, and you go, all right, is he going to be worth the 20 to 30 or whatever $1 million he's going to get? And the answer, watching the Bengals with him and without him this year, has been yes, absolutely. He has just brought a different element because teams have to work so hard against Jamar Chase. Then they also have to find a way to get him covered.
Watch Burrow as he scans and then just kind of locks himself in, set to go right back to Higgins, who makes a juggling, physically strong catch at the 47-yard line. First down pickup of 7.
Tell you what, those are 2 hard catches that he's bobbled and gotten hit on both of them and still somehow found a way to rebound the basketball and try and turn and go make a run too.
Burrow, 8 of 13, 4 of those 8 to Higgins, only 2 catches for Chase. Joe under center. Check out the Giants defense. Tossing to Chase Brown, who's hit by Davidson. And that begins the party for the Giants to lose a couple of yards. So we're talking to Zach Taylor. He said that's the one thing I noticed with Joe. It's just his ability to see all 21 other guys in the field and know immediately where his answer is.
Yeah, the fact that his son and 10 of their friends have blonde tips now.
They followed Joe Cool's hairstyle.
Yeah, twin setter.
See what he can do here on 3rd and 5. Bottom of the pattern, first look taken away. Reloads, Chase through his hand. Incomplete. Rare to see that. Adoree Jackson chasing, and Jamar Chase knows that doesn't happen very often.
Wow. That's lunar eclipse stuff there. That one doesn't happen very often at all. And you got to get the feeling that Chase was thinking about he was going to score with this thing. Just took his eyes off of it for a moment.
I mentioned Smith Marset was favoring his leg after that last kick. Adoree Jackson is now back for the Ryan Rico punt. And Rico's punt will bounce to the 10 to be down there by the Bengals. So good job by Rico, with the rookie with the big leg. He's working on pinning teams deep. Able to do it there. Bengals and the Giants here on Sunday Night Football. It's 7-0 Cincinnati. 3 left in the second.
Why am I so hungry?
Because you're watching football. The whole game is basically an elaborate scheme to make you buy more food.
What are you talking about?
Dude, think about it. Turnovers, pancake blocks. Oh, I just scored. Feed me more. Refrigerator Perry was not his real name.
I don't think football's trying to sell you food.
Oh, really? And what are you eating, Jerry?
Rice.
Jerry's eating rice.
Game day deals only on Uber Eats.
Thursday night football on Prime. It's on.
A lot of buzz around this one. It's Denver versus New Orleans.
Thursday night football is on. Stream Thursday night football only on Prime.
Hey, Lexus, show alternate routes.
The future. Sometimes it's a work in progress. Other times it's pretty well thought out. The tech forward and tech ready Lexus NX.
To truly embrace the fine life, you must learn to let go. Bienvenidos a la vida más fina.
Week 6 concludes with Monday Night Football on ESPN. Then Week 7 kicks off with Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Gwen, Mike, Reba. Present. It's our job to turn it up one more notch.
Okay, coach.
Go out there and find that right player.
Yeah. Let's go.
And we're going to coach these artists to the next level so we can make us some superstars. Come on, guys.
Spooky season is here. Stream Peacock's terrifying new series, Teacup. Neighbors confront a mysterious, deadly threat. Teacup is streaming now, only on Peacock. If you're in the New York area, now through Halloween over at Rockefeller Center, our friend Jimmy Fallon has Tonightmares. Check out a new Haunted Maze experience. Did you do that, Chris?
I'm still trying to figure out why Teacup is so scary.
From the 9, Jones on the slap. Slayton on the run. There he goes, the flag down as he takes off. Midfield, down the sidelines, all the way to the 30-yard line. Let's see what that flag is. Looks like it's coming back for an ineligible receiver downfield. Another one of those read option gotcha moments. Wiping away a huge
Ineligible
game.
player downfield, number 78, offense. 5-yard penalty, replay. First down.
Would have been a 56-yard gain.
Mike, you nailed it. It's an RPO play, which means it's a run for offensive linemen, and sometimes they just get going so fast down the field, they put themselves in an illegal position. But it is also a pass, because if he does not hand the ball off, then they turn and throw the ball. It's prevalent throughout the league, and that is what messes it up more than almost anything, because those offensive linemen are used to blocking the run play.
And you see Brian Dable shaking his head. Had the right thing called, the right read by the quarterback. The penalty makes it 1st and 14. Jones sideline shot toward Jalen Hyatt. Nothing cooking. Cam Taylor Brent, who has been in the middle of a lot in the first 5 games this year, they're on coverage.
I tell you, the great battle to watch right now is Andrew Thomas and Trey Hendrickson on the outside. And what they're doing with Thomas is going, you're our best. We're going to block you one-on-one on Hendrickson, their best, and we're going to slide the line to the other side of the line of scrimmage. And so you're on your own. So what is a win for Thomas tonight? Maybe giving up a sack and a few pressures.
And 14, Jones to Slayton, incomplete. Turner on the other side of the Cincinnati coverage. Jones now 7 of 15 passing.
Just deflated this building, didn't it? I mean, that was the play to jumpstart the offense, and a big catch and run, and Slayton had been so hot in the game a week ago, and Anarumo and the defense dodged a bullet on that one. Threw it right into the blitz that was coming that side. It was perfectly done.
It's been a long time since Daniel Jones has led a scoring drive, touchdown drive, for the Giants at home. None in the 2 games this year, none in the 2 home games he played last year. Have his own end zone in some trouble here. Gets it to Tyrone Tracy. Too much ground to make up. It'll be 4th down. Jalen Davis, the tackle. Sheldon Rankins again, interior pressure for the Bengals, speeding things up.
I tell you what, Sheldon Rankins almost got that one. And the other thing you have to worry about when you get that kind of pressure is, did anybody hold throwing out of the end zone like that? Lucky to survive it.
2-minute warning. The Giants will punch it away to the Bengals. Giants almost had their biggest play of the night, a 56-yarder to Darius Slayton, negated by the illegal man downfield, Andrew Thomas.
Right, my left, we've got London's famous Piccadilly Circus.
We planned this all wrong. Viator lets you book thousands of guided tours with traveler reviews.
Oh, there's Big Ben.
I'm of average height.
Behold, it's the palace. Oh, bit of family drama.
Look at it. Free cancellation.
Oh, my word. It's the crown jewels. Okay.
Regret less. Do more with Viator.
On game days, you show up loud.
You show up early.
You show up in snowstorms and heat waves just for us. But only 66% of voters showed up to the 2020 election.
Which is why this election, we need everyone to make their voice heard.
Whether you're in New York,
Arizona, Miami.
yeah, even Dallas.
Now, it's time to show up for our country.
And all we have to do is vote.
Let's unretire.
Why not?
Hey. I need that senior discount.
I'm good right here, bro.
You sure you're gonna be okay? I'll be fine. Bye.
Hi. Hey, how are you guys?
We're getting by.
Great, me too.
Can we call you back?
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
If itty-bitty value meals from other places could talk, they'd talk like this.
If Arby's $7 double meats meal could talk, it'd talk like me. Arby's, we have the meat.
Coming up, Toyota halftime. Do the Ravens have the best offense in the NFL? Someone in this studio thinks so. Plus, the latest on the injury to Lions pass rusher Aiden Hutchinson. Mike?
All right, Maria, thank you. There's Eli Manning and the Giants celebrating their 100th anniversary season, and they're going to honor the 2 Super Bowl championships that Eli led. Tom Coughlin's here, other Giants luminaries from those days. They'll be honored coming up here at the half. 4th down, Matt Hawk will kick for the Giants. Charlie Jones awaits. Again, poor hang time. Jones to the 45. Good coverage by the Giants. Brought down right around that spot by Nick McLeod, former corner from Notre Dame. So Burrow and the Bengals have 2 timeouts and $1:50 to go.
I tell you, if I were Joe Burrow, the first thing I would want to do in this drive is get the ball to Jamar Chase. He had the drop. He hasn't been much of a factor in this game. He hasn't thrown some double coverage, but he's had opportunities. That's the guy the Bengals have to get going.
3 targets for those 2 grabs for Chase. On the 45, it begins. Burrow. Brought down outside by Azeez Ojulari. So Azeez missed the sack in the first quarter, right around the goal line. Gets one here as Burrow is trying to escape.
How about Azeez Ojulari? Here is a guy that, as a rookie, had 8 sacks, 8 tackles for loss. Then Kayvon Thibodeau comes in. He has a lot of injuries, and yet here he is now filling in for Thibodeau. He and Burns playing very well here in the first half.
Giants rush ends. Getting it done. Again, Burrow escaping, throwing underneath. It's completed right around midfield. Tyler Newman, the tackle on Andre Yosevich. Tall and talented 3rd receiver on this Bengals team.
Still plenty of time. The Bengals perfectly willing to let this clock tick because they do have the 2 timeouts remaining. They will go into a very different mode should they pick up this first down.
Evan McPherson can hit a long field goal. Giants get the ball to start the second half. Down to 35 here in this first half, and Burrow again is brought down. Ojulari is having a half. The fourth-year man out of Georgia had a big rookie season. 8 sacks in that rookie season. Only 9 in the 2 years after that. But what a half he's having.
And now they're setting him up with some stunts to get him going. That's what happens. Anytime that you have a guy who gets a hot hand, let's go to work for him. Let's set him up. Let's do a little pick tough out there. Big time play by this defense because this Bengals offense was as hot as anybody in the NFL. Give credit now to the Giants defensively. They have had a half. One bad play. The run allowed to Joe Burrow for the touchdown, but they are playing.
I love that when a guy gets the opportunity and he steps up, and he's dealt with injuries. That's why he really hasn't been himself the last couple of years. Boy, is he answering the bell here. Tyler Nubin jumps inside. Give a little look like the Giants are going to make a rush here at the punter Rico. They do. The Giants blocked a field goal late in the game in Seattle last week. This one's going to go all the way through, and a touchback on a 57-yard punt. And the Giants take over the 20 with 21 seconds left in this first half. So the Bengals offense has been really hot. The Giants defense has been really good. And so far when they've been on the field, it's been the Giants defense that's played well, save for the one play by Burrow.
I think there's a little frustration on both sides on the offense that they're not getting opportunities for the big plays. And so they're going to have to go back based on what these defenses are playing and just take it. Try and throw some jams to start the third quarter before you can set up some of those big plays down the field.
Giants are going to get the ball to start the second half, so no reason in their mind to risk it there. It is 7-0 Cincinnati at the half, and here's Melissa with the Bengals head coach.
Zach, a touchdown on the opening drive, no points since. What do you want to see from the offense in the second half?
Find a better rhythm. You know, it's just we've been out of rhythm, taking some sacks. Got to do a better job with the play calls myself. But really proud of how our defense has played. They put us in tremendous position. They get a chance to start us off strong in the second half.
That's what I was going to ask you. You've held the Giants scoreless, but you emphasized finishing this week. So how do you finish on defense?
We got to come out, start strong to put ourselves in a great position to be able to finish this thing.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.
All right, Melissa, thank you. Bengals on top 7-0. Giants get the ball to start the second half. And here's Maria Taylor now, Toyota halftime. Maria.
Thanks, Mike. The #1 overall pick had his best day as a pro. Caleb Williams lit it up across the pond. We'll give you the London T. And the reigning MVP did his thing, too, as Lamar and the Ravens kept it rolling against Washington. But what is going on in Dallas? The Cowboys blown out again at home, this time by Detroit. Coming up next, Toyota halftime.
Want more stats? Just ask Siri. Who leads the league in receiving touchdowns?
Dr. Patel will be administering the anesthesia now, so count back from 5 and we'll see you on the other side.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's do this. Gina?
No, jeez, come on.
What is this guy, Wolverine?
Sometimes we need to do better. But she says you can't start until her cross is here.
But we're doing the best we can.
Oh, it's going down?
St. Dennis Medical, November 12th on NBC and Peacock.
When it comes to election coverage, trust NBC5. Become an informed voter with in-depth analysis and insight from all angles. From local races to the national stage, rely on NBC5 for your Decision 2024 coverage.
How about we try that again? Mr. Rhodes, here's to keep you safe on these roads.
What did I do wrong?
The crosswalk, the signal. Look left, look right, look left. Doesn't it look good in stripes? Yeah.
Texas, this season, get the best deals on a new Ford and experience unmatched power and performance like your Dallas Cowboys. Drive our family of SUVs or America's truck, made for America's team. Because when the best come together, legends are made. Get 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus $2,000 total cash on the new Ford F-150. Ford, official vehicle of the Dallas Cowboys.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Why is TXU Energy Season Pass one of our most popular plans? Because you automatically save 50% on energy charges all winter and summer.
50% off all winter helps me stay warm and toasty.
It's easy when you can save hundreds a year.
And 50% off all summer keeps me cool when it heats up.
Sure does.
Check it out.
Cold or hot, you always save a lot.
Season Pass is one smart move. High five.
TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Karen's about to retire. Here's what's going into her retirement.
There's us. She raised us on our own.
10 years as my roller derby wife.
Three schools she's opened.
She's a mother.
I think we turned out all right.
She's a friend.
Our mothers could tell stories.
She's a teacher.
She may be retiring, but she's not done.
I'm never gonna stop. Retirement is the sum of your life's work. Now what? Get income for life and protect your life's work with Prudential.
Brian Curtis, NBC5 News at 6 and 10.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Watch me. To the pylon. He's got it. Touchdown, Joe Mixon. Have a nice day. Enjoy the chowder. Up the middle, big holes. Touchdown, Ravens. And the King is holding court again.
The Buccaneers are over 50. Sean Tucker has scored another touchdown.
Now you hear it racing towards the end zone like Superman laid out and got the end zone. Hey, desperation throw. Jordan Love to his good buddy. A sensational touchdown.
Throwing Love, left corner of the end zone, and a 4-pack for number 18, Caleb Williams.
How about a little razzle-dazzle in the Lone Star State? 52 yards.
That was a great Sunday fun day, and if you're in the NFC North, you know you're having a great Sunday because it's the first time since realignment in 2002 that all 4 teams in the division have at least 4 wins through 6 weeks of play. Maybe the most dominant win we saw was the Lions. We didn't see the Vikings because they're on their bye week, but what impressed you most, you would say, from the Lions and the Cowboys today?
It's the way they play the game. This is this physical team on offense. They can run you over. They can do all that. But then it's this creative side. Ben Johnson, flea flicker pass to Laporta. They did a hook and lateral to Penei Sewell. They just think of so many different ways to beat you, but they don't forget that they're a hard-nosed, tough football team.
I just love the mentality they had going down to Dallas. 8 of the first 10 snaps on offense, they ran the ball. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, control those guys up front, and then all the other stuff started happening. They got great runners, great receivers. Ben Johnson does an amazing job mixing all this stuff together and pressuring you in so many different ways.
Meanwhile, we saw Sir Caleb Williams having a day in London. Chris Sims, give us the tea.
Sir Caleb did have a day, Maria. He was phenomenal today, and you got to give offensive coordinator Shane Waldron a lot of credit, too, here for this Bears transformation. Again, plays that look the same or start out the same and end up different. Fakes a little bubble screen here, screen to Roschon Johnson. He gets the first down. Now, it's the very next play. The defense just saw this. They flipped the formation around, okay? Now they're going to fake here, and then he's going to have Cole Kmet down the middle. Really creative play design right there. You couple that with the talent that Chicago has, Caleb Williams on fire at quarterback right now. Maria, the Bears are hot. Caleb Williams is hot.
Yeah, speaking of hot, how about this? 5 offensive touchdowns in consecutive games. That's the first time since 1956 for the Bears. And historic for the Lions, too. 40-plus points in consecutive games, first time since 1962. But not all good news for Detroit. Let's get the latest on Aiden Hutchinson's injury from Mike Florio.
Yeah, Maria, he suffered a fractured tibia of the left leg today in Dallas. Immediate surgery, and he obviously will be out indefinitely, Maria.
All right, thanks, Mike. We wish Hutchinson the absolute best. We got the Jets and the Steelers next Sunday night. Coming up, I'll talk with Sims about New York in the aftermath of Robert Saleh being fired. But first, discover the key to a bigger, brighter world in the all-new Camry from Toyota.
Feel the groove in the all-new Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
All season, Today takes you inside the game. Get up close and personal with your favorite NFL teams. Tomorrow, we're with the New York Giants, taking you behind the scenes of the biggest pregame tradition. Tomorrow, only on Today.
It was a crazy week in New York sports as we're watching the Giants here at halftime. But it started with the Robert Saleh firing. We saw him in a press conference saying nobody's panicked. 24 hours later, we're hearing that Woody Johnson has fired him. What was your reaction, and what are you hearing out of the Jets camp?
Well, shocked. The whole NFL was shocked, right? And people I talked to around the NFL that kind of know the situation in general, right? I think a lot of people think Aaron Rodgers had a hand in this, right? He got Saleh fired. No, I think Woody Johnson had enough of the Robert Saleh experiment. He was done, and he wanted to move on.
Okay, Nathaniel Hackett not fired, but apparently play calling duties no longer in his hands. What changes does that make, and what should we look forward to seeing next Sunday night when we have the Jets on?
Well, I'm interested to see what changes as well. Everyone wants to jump on Nathaniel Hackett right now, right? And the problem with his offense. My point is, it's Aaron Rodgers' offense. Nathaniel Hackett in Denver and Jacksonville before this, he didn't run an offense that we're seeing right now. So, yes, we changed the play caller, but is that going to change anything? We know Aaron Rodgers usually has his way when it comes to these type of things. We'll see tomorrow night on Monday night or next week on Sunday night if things do change.
Yeah, taking on the Steelers. I mean, what would you do to change this offense to make it look any better?
Well, the thing I would say is Rodgers, it can't be all about him. They need to run the ball. They need to protect him. He's got one of the greatest arms ever. Let's keep people in and let's let him throw the ball down the field to Garrett Wilson and company a little bit.
Remember, the Jets haven't made the playoffs in 13 years. That is the longest active drought in the NFL, so something has to change.
Yes.
We'll see next Sunday night what it looks like. Right now it's halftime between the Giants and Joe Burrow. All he did was run one in for a touchdown, just like we expected, right?
Yeah,
Action
just like
Burrow?
you're right. Hey, he's got those cool Nike sneakers on. He might as well use them for something.
Back to the game after this.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Took a patient out of the hospital on a motorcycle. There's a method to my madness.
That's what makes you the doctor you are. Allergic to authority. Stubborn.
He's unhinged. I like to know what my patients are experiencing.
Did you just take a patient's drugs?
Brilliant Minds, tomorrow on NBC and Peacock.
Big Game Sunday. We're an Emmy Award-winning show where we always tell it like it is.
You want more than just the stats and the highlights. So we tackle all the matchups and big games with the experts you love.
They were simply dominant today. 2 interceptions and got them to turn the ball over on downs twice. We've got the access to the players, the coaches, the owner to get you the inside information you need to make you a smarter fan.
Watch Big Game Sunday after the news on NBC5.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. You told us you love stargazing, almost as much as you hate parallel parking. That heavy right foot of yours? We got you. The Lexus ES didn't begin in a studio, it began with you.
Get special offers on select Lexus ES models.
With Salesforce Einstein AI,
Einstein, how can I increase fan engagement?
everyone at Formula One can be an Einstein. Because with unified customer data and trusted AI, it's easy to personalize messages that wow. Every fan, everywhere, all at once. Now everyone's an Einstein. With Salesforce.
Telemundo 39, the official Spanish broadcaster of the Dallas Cowboys.
Copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Tonight's first half replay is presented by Progressive.
What a beautiful sight on a Sunday night. It is the Bengals and the Giants on Sunday Night Football. Yo, taking off. Oh, he's got a ton of room.
Unbelievable.
Jones in trouble, and it's intercepted by Pratt on the move. 7-0 Cincinnati here on Sunday Night Football.
Does your coverage need a replay? See if you can save with Progressive.
And set for the second half. Bengals 7, Giants nothing. Time now for tonight's Buzz, powered by AWS. And the Giants going to struggle at home. 10 straight quarters without a touchdown at home this season. Second longest streak in team history, back to the 70s. Not good days for Giants fans. Burrow, 87 passing, the 47-yard rushing touchdown. And the next-gen stat shows you he almost hit 20 miles an hour for the first time in his career. And this Giants defense has kept Burrow in check. 29 plays, 3 sacks and 10 pressures, and 2 of those 3 sacks for Azeez Ojulari, helping to fill in for Kayvon Thibodeau. A moment ago, they celebrated the last 2 Giants Super Bowl championships. Eli Manning at the helm, one of the many on hand. Big smile of Justin Tuck. When you see that man, you think of the word respected. Tom Coughlin. And so many Giants out there to be honored and celebrate. Big cheer when they played David Tyree's helmet catch. And Tyree took off his hat and got an ovation from this Giants crowd. Glory days of this franchise. They celebrate season number 100, 8 championships, 5 appearances in the Super Bowl, and 4 Super Bowl titles. It's a touchback. Giants will start the 30 a moment ago. Melissa with Brian Daboll.
Brian, how do you get some points on the board?
Yeah, we got to do a good job of stop shooting ourselves in the foot. We missed on some opportunities, had a couple penalties that took some big plays away, and then had the turnover down in the red zone. So certain things we have to do better this half. I think our defense is doing a great job. You know, Joe Burrow had that couple scrambles early on in the game, but they're playing really well. We got to play complementary football, so that means controlling the line of scrimmage, getting positive plays, staying on track, and converting third downs.
Thanks, Brian.
You got it.
Gave you the full recap of that half. 56 plays in that half. Only 10 happened on the other side of midfield for the teams combined. There's 1 red zone snap, so it's been between the 20s. Jones, first down throw. Slayton can't take it out of the ground. It's incomplete.
I do think there is some opportunity, though, for Daniel Jones and Darius Slayton to work on that side. We've seen Cam Taylor-Britt make some unbelievable plays this year. You think back to the interception against Kansas City, but we've also seen him struggle some with some of those out cuts and stop routes on the outside they had at that time.
Giants have all the receivers to the right, trying to run Tyrone Tracy to the left. Been a quiet game for Tracy on the ground. 4 rushes, right about the same number of yards after the big 129-yard performance against Seattle a week ago.
B.J. Hill is making a huge difference in this game. Watch him slide down the line here, totally under control, and make yet another play. He has been a force in the first half. Both he and Sheldon Rankins were back healthy again and really making a difference.
Excited to be back in the lineup, and Hill excited to play against the team that drafted him and traded him. Joe to the flag down, throws it complete. Johnson to avoid the player going low. However, looks like this is an illegal formation on the Giants. They're 3 yards short of the first down. I believe the mark's at the 37. Either 2 or 3 yards. So Zach Taylor's being asked what he'd like to do
Illegal
here.
formation, offense. The right tackle was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty, third down.
So we're going to back him up.
They're trying to create that fairness there.
They're going to decline.
Yeah, I was going to say that does to me.
I thought that's initially what they would have done.
Yeah, but look at this.
Let's see, the ball's at the 38-yard line. Giants keep the offense out. 7-0, early third. Defense playing well. And they get the K-ball out of there for kicking, and they bring on the offense's football. And the Giants are lined up to go.
The very least go a hard count here. Bengals are confused.
And Daniel Jones is going and throwing it. Well, the Giants take a risk, and Mike Hilton comes in. to break up the pass, and now the Bengals handed the ball at the Giants 38.
Watch Mike Hilton, totally under control. He's pointing everybody out. They were running around. They were confused. Hilton goes, I've got this guy. I know what they're going to do. Sat right on the route. Huge play by Mike Hilton. Mike, so many times, it's not what you can do physically in the NFL. It's what you do mentally. And that time, Hilton had it figured out.
So the Bengals take over in great field position. And Burrow hands it to Zach Moss. The Giants defense has to back up their coach and their team here. A gain of 3 by Moss to the 35.
Well, the problem you've got is that you have a Bengals offense that has been asleep here in the first half. We're getting beat by the Giants defense. Now you give them a wake-up call, right? Now you give them a short field. They've really had to go the distance a lot of times. Now you give them a chance for an explosive play, and so many times after a momentum-changing decision like that, you do end up getting an opportunity.
Burrow throws, Chase hangs on, got first down. 26-yard line. We're getting so used to people going for it on fourth down on a regular basis. That was 4th and 2 at your own 38, trying to just give your own offense a jump start. And now the defense has to back them up.
Yeah, and it's one of the hard parts, right, about being the head coach and the offensive coordinator. If you're frustrated as the offensive coordinator, sometimes as the head coach, which hat rules.
Right. Dabo taking over the play calling this year. The Zach Moss inside. The Giants all of that. Ball's up. It's free. Oh, McFadden's on it for the Giants. That works out. Azeez Ojulari, once again, was right in the middle of it. He was one of the 2 Giants making contact with Moss as the ball came free.
Watch Ojulari here coming off the edge and just gets his hat right on the football. Tell you what, he may be tough to get out of the lineup after tonight.
Looking there to see if make sure the ball was coming out, and Terry McCauley, our rules analyst, gives us the thumbs up on that. Ball coming out. Micah McFadden there. The Bengals lost 2 fumbles all of last year. That's the 4th lost fumble of the season for Cincinnati. And the Giants get it back.
Are you serious?
Did you get him?
I didn't.
You never miss a drive. I mean, you could always try the line.
I got something better. I'm on my way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a better drive.
The all-new Hyundai Santa Fe.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus Burger King. Mm-hmm. You get 25% off your order every day, which means you can have it your way. His way, not recommended. Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us. Check out Mahomes' top 3 plays of the day. He scrambles into T-Mobile to get that new iPhone 16 Pro on us. It's a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. What you think, Kyle?
It's like he's chasing an ice cream truck.
Ice cream! He got his iPhone 16 Pro, the first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Cuz holding it up like a baby lion.
Only takes those T-Mobile savings and calls it a day.
Respect.
Now at T-Mobile.com, get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. And families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
Football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina.
Come on. They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
So,
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. By Taco Bell and by Walmart Plus. That's Bergen Catholic, three-time defending champs, beating Paramus Catholic, great high school football state, 34-0. This guy's got the video on the sidelines, tells you how good the program is and how serious the ball is here in Jersey. Here's a big run to start the drive for the Giants by Tyrone Tracy. He'll gain 9 to the 30-yard line.
Tell you, the one thing I like when the Giants get it going running the football is when they get back to those double teams up front and allow the back to just explode into the hole.
Tracy throw is broken up, intended for Slayton, and Cam Taylor-Britt was there in man coverage. 3rd and 1, Giants got a little no huddle there, trying to create some tempo.
A little bumping around. This man coverage on the outside has been interesting to watch all night long, and Cam Taylor-Britt coming up with a big one there. So if you remember the play in the first half where they came out with that short little 5-yard pass that looked easy, I think that's what they came down to on that 4th down play as well.
There goes Jones. He's in 6'5" frame to keep it. Line got the surge. He's got the mark for the first down. The Giants will have it across the 30-yard line. Kind of a weird game, isn't it?
It is, and we haven't seen either one of these teams really get the running game jump-started, and you get the feeling that whichever one does, the play action will open up off of that.
Tracy tries to turn the corner. Only a couple of yards in the 34, 35-yard line. Chris, this looks like such a different Bengals defense. I'm not sure if it's the Giants aren't the same quality of offense or getting those guys up front. What do you think it is?
Well, I don't think that the Giants have forced them to come out of this shell defense. If you're going to be able to run the ball effectively or beat them up with a short passing game, okay. But so far, there hasn't been enough to get them.
Wandale Robinson tackled by Mike Hilton. Too shy of the first down. 3rd and short again. The Giants stay no huddle. And Lou Anarumo on the other side matches Daboll's play call. Pressure up the middle. Tracy looking for space. He's not going to get it. Jermaine Pratt. One of the 2 Bengals with the big hit. So he went for it on 4th down from his own 38. This at their own 40-yard line.
I got to think. I mean, did it last time. I honestly think he's going to go again.
It was 4th and 2.
Nah, I hear that.
Not sure exactly what the communication was on the sideline there. Trying to get the personnel in there. And something wasn't working right. Still 7 on the play clock. Lining up to go for it again.
Here comes the pressure look.
And here comes the timeout for the Giants.
Timeout. Giants, a 30-second timeout.
Sometimes those are indecision. That one was just communication.
And the substitution, they ran out of time on it, right? All right, let's take a look at our next gen stats powered by AWS. And this has been the matchup we've been watching all night long. Trey Hendrickson, best for the Bengals. Andrew Thomas, best for the Giants over there. And that is truly a one-on-one battle. A lot of times we talk about one-on-one fights between 2 players, and it's not the entirety of this game plan. Now you can tell for the Giants, they felt like Andrew Thomas could neutralize Trey Hendrickson enough to win the football game. And so far, Hendrickson has a sack on the night, but so far the burden placed on Thomas has been a bit of a push.
Good matchup. 2 good players head to head. Giants go for it.
Wandale Robinson's the short player here.
Oh, paper, a freeze, and an option. And Taylor's Tracy able to get it across the 42 to the 43-yard line. Interesting look there. This little freeze option, old college look.
Well, it's exactly right. So they're not going to block the edge player out here, Sam Hubbard. They're just going to read him. So once Hubbard comes to Daniel Jones, they flip it out. Gutsy call. Let's give Brian Daboll credit. If he misses 2 in a row of those, he's in the headlines.
Tyrone Tracy going to take that one for a yard, maybe 2. Out to the 46-yard line. 5.5 gone here in the third. Bengals only score a 47-yard Joe Burrow opening drive touchdown run. And that has been it. 7-0 Cincinnati. Bengals trying to grab a second win on the season. Giants trying to get to 500 in an NFC East that complexion continues to change here over these 3 or 4 weeks of the season. Tracy on the outside. Into Bengals territory. To the 45, there is a flag down. It's on the opposite side of the field. And I think the Giants are illegally downfield again.
Wow.
There's no foul for an eligible player downfield. The result of the play is a first down.
All right, so the flag thrown, the early indication, but after the conversation, they pick it up, and the Giants pick up a first down.
So that is probably the best play call so far by Brian Daboll. And I'll tell you why. They're not winning the battle up front against this defensive line and who's healthy now. And so what they did there was just try and give Tracy a little space outside, and he does pick up 8 or 9 yards. Let's see if they come back to something similar.
Eric Gray's the running back now, spelling Tracy. And Gray finishes off the run, taking Jermaine Pratt to the 38-yard line. Second-year man out of Oklahoma, spent his first 2 years in Tennessee.
And we're starting to see a little pressure now being brought on the part of the Bengals. That time it was Logan Wilson trying to shoot the gap.
38, Jones reading, throwing away, incomplete. As soon as these read option decisions, the RPOs happen, first thing I'm looking for is the offensive lineman. Where are they? Are they hanging in that 1 yard belt? So tough on those guys.
Yeah, the Bengals are playing this RPO pretty tough on the outside. They've had the slants covered. Now another big third down.
Bengals rolling the interior of the defensive line. The Giants have gone no huddle. Passes short of the first down. For Slayton, yet another fourth down decision. This is 4th and a yard and a half.
They're not even thinking about it anymore. They're just going. And you know what? You gave the stat about they haven't scored at home, but this is the third game now. And I think Daboll is just going, to heck with this, man. We got to go 4 downs. Let's go 4 downs. We're going to take our shot. Our defense is playing great.
Watch this going forward. Darius Slayton got twisted on that last play. He's coming off the field here for the moment. Giants bring on some bigger personnel on 4th and 1. We'll keep an eye on Slayton on the sideline. Tracy's the back. He's got it. He's got it. First down. The 31-yard line.
So you're going to get pressure coming off the back end. And a great job here by Tracy to read that and be able to bounce it. He went deeply up inside that guard area and then bounced it to the outside. So they've really been working with him. Remember, the former wide receiver, get deep into that hole and then bounce it to the outside. Goes again.
Design run. Jones, the 25-yard line. Chris, we've said a few times that Rankins and Hill, the inside defensive tackles for the Bengals, coming back off injury. Here's some no huddle, longer drive, tiring those guys out, and they've had to make some substitutions along that front.
Yeah, they have, and so you're starting to see a few other guys in the game right now. Joseph Asai in there on the edge.
Hill came back in 2 plays ago. Tracy owns it from Joseph. Spinning. Nice run to the 19-yard line. And Tyrone Tracy looks nothing like a converted receiver on some of these runs.
And that's the first time we've seen B.J. Hill just not quite out to his assignment here. He had to get this extra yard to the outside, did not. But that's the risk there of those read options. Almost fumbled between the exchange.
Time in the red zone for the Giants. Jones, end zone shot. Slayton back in the game. Flat on DJ Turner. And Slayton took the worst of it. Giants athletic training staff out to look at their top
Pass
receiver.
interference defense number 20. A foul occurred in the end zone by rule. The ball is placed at the 1 yard line. Automatic first down.
You just can't play it that way. You've got to be able to turn your head back. You turn your head around and look for the ball. You get the benefit of the doubt there. You don't do that, that's a foul every time. Good call.
Slayton up and walking over to the sideline. You saw him get thrown down, back of his head, hitting the ground there. The penalty on the Bengals makes it 1st and goal. Extra offensive lineman in Tyrone Tracy, the back.
Watch Bellinger coming right here. This is where the collision's going to take place. Perhaps the best for the Bengals. Tried to hold up, just could not. I'm going to tell you, that is one gutsy drive by Brian Dable. I feel like everything's on the line in a game like this. He's basically putting his career on the line, some of these decisions.
New holder here yesterday. No problem as Hawk gets it down for Greg Joseph's extra point. The Giants score an offensive touchdown at home the first time this year. It's Tracy's first NFL score. Dable went for it twice on 4th down, and it paid off.
Everyone's outside.
You got gas that fast?
No, it's a hybrid. I'm good on gas.
Okay, Hyundai. Miss Good on gas.
The new Hyundai Tucson Hybrid.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure of myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, I even got my nostrils right. It's just nice to know, years after I'm gone, this guy will be standing the test of time. He's melting. Oh, jeez. No. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Soft drinks are just $1 at Wendy's. Any size, anytime. 3 p.m. Fanta, 10 p.m. Sprite, 7:46 a.m. Coke. Yeah, you're built different. Dollar soft drinks, any size, gotta be Wendy's.
Yes, this is John Denver as well. This is literally happening. Listen to this.
What you gonna do?
An experiment. It'll be like I waved a magic wand. Every case is an opportunity to study irrational behavior. It's my specialty.
The Irrational, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
Friday, the Queen of Country returns to comedy Reba McEntire stars with a brand new sitcom. Happy's Place Friday on NBC and Peacock. We're looking roast beef and fresh mozzarella with brown gravy. And Fiore's over here in Hoboken, doing it over there for about 111 years. I hope you live that long if you enjoy some of those roast beef and fresh mozz.
Ah, it looks delicious.
There is no shortage of great eats in New York, right? Nothing like being back in the New York, New Jersey area, both sides of the Hudson here.
To myself.
Team here, but a lot of man coverage. And we are seeing Cordell Flott having a good night against Jamar Chase and then turning it over to Adoree Jackson. So let's give these two corners who have basically been in a rotation. Flott on 1st and 2nd down and Jackson coming in on 3rd down. And they are taking away one of the biggest weapons in the National Football League and doing a nice job of it. I would not be afraid to go back. They have to find a way to get him involved.
23 plays this quarter, 20 of them run by the Giants. Burrow looked that way. Everything's covered. Burrow scrambling, putting it up towards Chase, who makes the catch as he got free from slot, marking at the 37-yard line.
So a pure double team. Safety over the top. You can't see him in the picture here. But then as Joe Burrow started to scramble, the double team fell off, and you knew Burrow was going to come back to his guy. And there you go. Sometimes you just have to throw a ridiculous place to a ridiculous spot and let a ridiculous receiver make a play.
33 yards of ridiculous. Burrow. Higgins. 2 yards. Burns coming back in his rush end spot. He dropped down there.
All right, Flott's on the outside. Nubin's here, so he's going to come over with the double team here, right? But he's got his eyes in the backfield. So there's the route. He sees him turn around, and now Nubin's going to go back to center field, and Flott is chasing him around the best that he can, and they drop a perfect pass over the top to Jamar Chase to get the Bengals going.
He's emotional. Top pass to him. Chase so good. Running back physique and ability with those legs after he makes a grab. First down right around the 20.
Yeah, and remember, they only had, 3 plays before the fumble. So I guarantee you that Zach Taylor was said, all right, we're coming out here. I know we haven't seen much out of Chase. We're going to get him the football. And it doesn't matter how you get him the football because he looks like a running back on the field. These 200-pound defensive backs and corners, really difficult to tackle, these two Bengal receivers.
And Burrow slings it out to Eric Hall, the tight end. The open field, Tyler Nubin. Make sure it's a limited game.
Mike, the biggest thing, I'm sorry.
That's good.
In the first half was that Joe Burrow, if he got it out quickly, was 8 for 8. When he held it longer than 2.5 seconds, that magical mark, 2 for 7 for 18 yards. So as long as they're playing like this, catch and run, an occasional scramble, whatever, now you're creating opportunities for those receivers down the field. Got to get it out of your hands.
Second and 9. Burrow. Back to he's got it. Perry. Micah McFadden to the line, and a flag comes down with the way he was trying to bring him down. It's right at that marker at the 10. Let's see if there's an add-on to bring it half the distance to the goal.
Well, there was a grab to the back of the jersey. I'm sure they're debating whether that was a horse collar.
There's no foul for horse collar on the play. The result of the play is a first down.
It'll be a first down for the Bengals at the 10-yard line as they finally get their way into the red zone here tonight. Giants score, going for it twice on 4th down, 16-play drive. And the Bengals offense, which has been sleepy since its opening drive, here with a nice 5-play, 61-yard response to get to the 10.
And the Bengals really don't have a favorite target down here. They spread it out pretty even.
Roosevelt so good down here with his size. Burrow throws, zone, it is incomplete, trying to get it to Andre Yosevich.
It looked like Joe almost had to hold on to the ball. Maybe he thought the break was going to happen a little faster than what had actually happened, but you'll see he's almost like hold it and push it out at the end. Took a little shot there as well.
And just took a little bit off that because Yosevich was breaking open. Back at the state, he played his college ball. Played at Princeton. 2nd and goal. Higgins inside. fighting for yardage down to the one. So tough to defend those two guys over there on the same side.
And anytime that you have those two guys on the same side, so Jamar Chase went out in the flat and he just stopped and turned around. My eyes went immediately there, just like the defensive backs did over here, and they left that hole open. Good play design that time.
Cody Ford is in there. So too is Sam Hubbard, 94, reporting as eligible. So Sam Hubbard, the defensive end, has reported as eligible here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Burrow. Brown walks in for the touchdown. Right down. Right down where it opened up. Holding number 67. That is on the left guard, Cordell Folson.
You got Olsen, who's going to try to come around and lead, but he gets bumped off of this block. And as he does, then he has to reach for the block, gets that arm out, and gets the call.
This was past it when it happened. Bengals have scored on their last 8 red zone drives. They'll have to do it from the 11 here. Time in the pattern. Burrow. Chase gets away from Ojolari. Get away from Dexter Lawrence. The Giants' big man with his 7th sack of the season.
Really pretty good job blocking on the outside against Sexy Dexy. They really had him double teamed and covered, but the more that Burrow scrambled around, eventually it gave Lawrence an opportunity for his 7th sack.
Evan McPherson will try the field goal from 37 yards. With Rico, the holder, the punter, had a problem last week, of course, in the game against Baltimore. Hold on the first extra point was fine, but so was this one. And McPherson gives the Bengals the lead. For the NFL lead in sacks, Dexter Lawrence had 3 last week. And Dexter doing his dance after the sack.
You're leaving me?
Or a TurboTax expert who charges me less but gives me more. Sing it, Adam.
A tax pro, she's been thinking twice. Believe TurboTax will beat your price.
It's time to move on to a TurboTax expert.
This is the tax breaker.
This fall, switch to a TurboTax Live expert and we'll beat the price you paid your pro last tax season.
There's nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Applebee's wickedly delicious dollar zombie has risen. Looking for a thirst to quench? Take a sip if you dare.
My name's Jorge Gaviria, and this is my business, Hacienda. I chose my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because I earn unlimited 2% cash back on everything I buy. And with no preset spending limit, my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. What's in your wallet?
Hey, Jim. I will definitely get those to you first thing Monday. Bye.
Conquer the weekend in the all-new Hyundai Santa Fe.
On game day, you see our strength. We see yours too. We see the strength it takes to get screened. Facing your fears while still having hope. Knowing that even with great strength, there are some battles best fought with people by your side. Getting screened is the first step.
Steelers went out to Vegas and won 32-13, so we're back in Pittsburgh for the second time in 3 weeks. Steelers share the division lead. take on Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Sunday Night Football next week. 7 Eastern football night begins it all. Jets play the Bills here tomorrow night. And we'll see them coming to Western PA. Let's leave a mess here in the booth for Joe and Troy. They're here tomorrow night. We are not cleaning up a darn thing. We are leaving everything, food wrappers, water bottles, the whole deal for you guys. Dexter Lawrence, Chris, what an impact guy he's been for the Giants this year.
I mean, and a larger-than-life personality.
He's great, isn't he?
And it's a big reason why they've had so much success with their edge rushers is because he dominates inside, draws those double teams.
Touchback here. Giants going to take it over at the 30-yard line, Melissa.
Mike, been keeping an eye on Giants wide receiver Darius Slayton down here, who came out of the game wincing, grimacing in pain, went into the medical tent with the unaffiliated neurotrauma consultant. He was evaluated for a head injury, was cleared, and you can see he's back in the game.
All right, so Slayton, important to have, remember there. Missing Malik Neighbors. If you didn't see Malik Neighbors in the first 4 games, he missed the Seattle game last week with a concussion. Man, is he exciting to watch. He's the NFL leader in receptions coming into this week, even with the missed game last week. Giants hope to have him back next week. Rookie out of LSU. Final 40 seconds of this quarter. Jones hands it throws. Put it to Theo Johnson. Nice play by Jones and the rookie Johnson. Gain of 14. The pressure came from Mike Hilton.
Oh my gosh, what a play by Daniel Jones. When you turn around and know you're going to take one right in the chops here, to still get that ball out of there, perfectly timed by Hilton, but just better by Daniel Jones.
Watch it here.
Calling for a TT, which is a switch around by the 2 tackles.
Hard count there. Ends the third quarter. Bengals don't move after 3. Cincinnati 10, Giants 7. Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
Just a minute.
Oh, that's so good.
This is good then.
No. I think it needs to go
It's
up.
it's just heavy.
Dobbs, it's go time.
I just gotta put it there.
If only there were backups in real life. But at least there's Progressive to protect your home and auto.
You have a Taco Bell in your house?
It's man.
Hey, Devontae.
What you got to say?
New Balance. We got now.
A Chewy pharmacy order is en route for Summit, who loves the outdoors. So her parents use Chewy to save 20% on their first order of flea and tick meds. Delivered fast so Summit never misses a dose or an adventure. For quality meds, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Mom, I would tell you if I knew.
He died. Because it's coming.
You're smart. It won't help.
We figure it out. No, I'm not going to do that.
Let's take a look at the Walmart Plus 4K Skycam. I know you love it.
Let's do it. Go on.
So here we go. The defensive linemen that have returned for the Cincinnati Bengals have made a huge difference. It has been Sheldon Rankins and B.J. Hill. What the quickness here by Rankins to put the pressure in that drive, and then B.J. Hill, the one that got the pressure that led to the interception and a huge play for this Bengals defense. So healthy now along that defensive line for the first time all season, and What a difference it has made. 29 points through week 5 per game, just 7 here tonight.
Zach Taylor said we played week 2 against Kansas City, and you look up, and about 2/3 of our defensive line at the start of camp are out of the lineup. And it impacts you so much. So you've got the names, like Trey Hendrickson, Sam Hubbard, those 2 rush ends. But you don't have the depth, and you didn't have the inside, but we're seeing that impact here tonight.
And we've been talking about it with extra points, right? What it does to help your edge rushers.
Giants start this 4th quarter trailing by 3. 1st and 10. Good quarter for Tyrone Tracy. He carries here for 4 yards. He was such a big impact on that last drive, Chris. It was a 16-play drive, and Tracy had 9 touches, 8 runs, both 4th down conversions, and a reception as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting when Devin Singletary gets back. How does the rotation now change? I would think much more of a split opportunity for those 2 guys.
Tracy in motion, Jones to run. Puts his head down a couple of yards shy of the first down. That is the 8th run for Jones. He's got 48 yards.
I don't know how many people watching this game have ever been through rehab, but to see this guy run after that ACL is it's remarkable.
And the Giants keeping the tempo going. 3rd and a yard. Tracy inside, not going to get there. As the Bengals defense comes up, and here's another 4th down. That time, B.J. Hill and Chris Jenkins, the rookie out of Michigan, send Dable to the play sheet.
Not a doubt in our mind anymore, right? I think Brian Dable is just knows what he's up against, knows he has to win this football game at home, and he's going for it. He's just going to go for it all the rest of the night.
Giants win, and they're 3-3, and a game behind Washington in the division. 4th and 1. Jones trying to keep it. A little bit of a supported push. Let's see the line judges, down judge coming in on the 45-yard line. Let's see where the mark is. It's at the 45, and that's a first down.
There it is, just one-on-one right in the front here. And Jones, it's a good thing he was carrying that ball in the right hand and not the left, because the right hand got over the line, the left hand did not.
That shot with Skycam from right above, you can see him get to the 45-yard line. It's almost impossible for those officials to get the mark with all those bodies. That one was called correctly. Slate's hurried up. He got motion. Jones keeps drop. Tracy. Some space. And a run to the 35-yard line. Really close to a first down. 5th round pick out of Purdue. First 4 years at Iowa.
I'll tell you what, Mike, it's not just Tracy that's been putting on a show out here. This entire draft class for the New York Giants has been very, very good. We have seen Theo Johnson, their tight end, come up and make plays. Tyler Newbin, it has been Drew Phillips in the secondary. This has been a very good rookie class for the Giants so far.
Credit their general manager, Joe Shane. They both came in together 3 years ago. And a keeper for Jones. Another first down. Well, listen.
Mike, you guys have been talking all night about Tyrone Tracy switching from wide receiver to running back. I talked to him this week. He told me the transition wasn't bad, and his background as a receiver has helped him be a much more versatile running back. He said he didn't fully consider himself a running back until last year, but now he's all in, saying he likes it much better than receiver because it's easier to get the ball. And, oh, by the way, he wanted to prove last week's game wasn't a fluke. I think he's doing that tonight.
6.3 yards per carry, led the Big Ten last year in West Lafayette. He's at the top of the screen now, split out. They empty the backfield. Pressure coming from Hilton. Giants take care of that. Hilton throws underneath. There he is with the 29-yard line. Pick up a 4 for Tracy.
Well, and talk about a factor. So how many of the other teams know exactly what kind of receiver he is? So now you flank a running back out there and usually you go, maybe they'll throw him a hitch and that's about it. Now you've got a guy who played wide receiver running one of these drive routes. That's a tough catch to make.
20 touches, 93 yards. He gets a break. Eric Gray is the back. 28, Jones fakes it, throws it incomplete. for Jalen Hyatt. It's going to bring up third down.
And I tell you, it was that B.J. Hill that just went flying right by. He got through so fast. Watch the move. He gets by so fast, he kind of loses track of where he is. Like, wait, none of you guys are going to hit me, huh? And they didn't.
Giants are in field goal range. 3 ties the game. 3rd and 5. Bengals going to bring some pressure. Jones throws it deflected. And incomplete. Not deflected to line. B.J. Hill again. Man, is he having a game against the team that drafted him in the 3rd round in 2018.
So think about Chris Jones and all that he does with Kansas City. If you get the double team, get your hands up. Exactly what he did there and made the play.
So Greg Joseph is the kicker. Matt Hawk, who came in as the punter, signed yesterday, is the holder. They did work together in Miami some 5 years ago. Hawk is known in punting circles as a very good holder. So although the relationship is good, they didn't think it would be a problem today, but the field goal is no good. From 47 yards. Spot was fine. Joseph, who was on a run, made his last 8 field goals in a row. Misses that one, and the Bengals lead by 3.
Step in the arena. We ain't gonna play.
A few days ago, I received a death threat.
She's like 8 months pregnant with a girl.
Right into a C-section.
Your EMS license is suspended.
What do you think is gonna happen to me?
There was a string of unsolved rapes 15 years ago. Another woman was taken. I am not missing anything this time.
Chicago Wednesday, you on NBC and Peacock.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor. And the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total cash allowance on this Silverado LT.
Honey?
But the gains are pumping.
The market's closed.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Dad, is Mommy a finance bro?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks are blowing up. Sweetie, grab your piggy bank. We're going all in. Let me ask you, for your wedding, do you want a gazebo in a river?
What's a gazebo?
Something that your mother always wanted and never got.
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive as you think.
I'm keeping the best.
With TXU Energy, big energy savings are always at your fingertips. With a plan that gives you 100% free electricity all night and 100% solar energy all day, no panels required. Or the first plan in Texas that guarantees unlimited free EV charging all night, all morning, all year long. Even a plan to help you make the most of your solar panels. For the biggest savings on electricity today and into the future, click, call, or tap your way to TXU Energy. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Inside high school sports. Get your game on Sundays on NBC5.
Tonight's SNF sites are provided by Nationwide. I can't say the Brooklyn Bridge. Can I say the Manhattan Bridge?
Take it.
Let's say in the view. Glimmering Lower Manhattan on this Sunday night here in October. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Terry McCauley, our rules analyst in the studio. Bengals lead, trying to get their second win of the season. 10-7 the score. First down run. Decent game for Chase Brown, out to the 41-yard line.
He has definitely given them a bit of consistency, and that's the problem when you're constantly changing the inconsistency on the kicking side of this. Remember Graham Gano out on opening day, Jamie Gillen now out, the punter. So they've gone through quite a bit at that kicking position.
We went back during the break. The hold was just fine. A little pressure off the edge. The reason that Joseph pulled out of that one and missed. Burrow has to look his second option. And it's complete in the middle. It's Higgins He's brought down to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down for Higgins. That's 7 targets, 7 catches for T. Higgins tonight.
Yeah, and it's unusual that the game doesn't revolve around Jamar Chase with Higgins being sort of a secondary player. But Higgins is really winning the game for them tonight. It has been his consistency on some tough balls and key third downs that has really turned the corner. I think he took a shot on that arm.
He's coming out. Chase is out for this play. And Chase Brown is the back. And Burrow couldn't get it to Brown right away, so he throws it at the feet of Trenton Irwin. Incomplete. Patrick Johnson, as the Giants have to go a little bit deeper into rush opportunities. The former Eagle comes in and makes a play. Looking at Higgins, the athletic training staff after this hit.
I mean, he took a shot right on it here from Phillips. I tell you, they really like that Drew Phillips, too. I think he is a future captain on this team.
3rd round pick out of Kentucky. Plays a lot in the slot. 2nd and 10 for Burrow. Chase Brown. Open field. The aforementioned Drew Phillips. Heard from. 3rd and long coming up.
One of the hardest things to do in all of football is have a pass like that, swing it out to a back, and expect your strong safety and slot corner defender to make that play.
Giants defense has played well. Through the night.
They really have. This is where we've seen Brian Burns come up with some big plays tonight. Sicky that side, but he usually doesn't block. That's here.
Burns coming right in the middle. Hit Burrow. The pass is incomplete. Great call, Chris, and Burrow took the worst of that. Direct hit from Burns, who has really stepped it up in the absence of Kayvon Thibodeau.
Just going to set it up just like that for Burns, and that was tremendous. Great call on the defensive side for the New York Giants. Shane Bowen once again dialing up the good stuff.
So the young punter has worked on pinning the opponent deep. On kicks like this, can Ryan Rico control it? It's signaled and made. Well done by the rookie. Giants the fair catch at the 11 with 8:06 to go. Aziz Ojolari and Brian Burns, the edge rushers and proper hit. And Burns, good job not landing his weight on Burrow to pick up a penalty on that big hit.
Calm before the storm? No, thank you. This is Jim's time to shine. And Mike, and Jim first. Helmets? Check. Drones? Check. Checking that thing we just checked? Double check. We ain't got time to chill. We're out here driving